After I'd chosen the genre of indie pop, I then needed to decide whether to base my music video solely on narrative, which is a sequence of events that tell the story over time, performance, which is the artist performing the song, or a mixture of narrative and performance. To decide this, I did a questionnaire on my blog, which I got my fellow classmates to answer, and from this I found that they felt that a narrative and performance mixed in together would suit my genre the best. After I decided I was going to do a narrative and performance indie pop music video, I had to carry out a lot of research into the indie pop genre, and I found out a lot of things. The main thing I found out about indie pop music videos is that they tend to have quite a obvious narrative in the video. So that's whether that's a deep message behind the video or an overarching story. There's always a story or a sequence of events that lead up to something in the video. Once I decided what kind of narrative I wanted in my music video, I then had to look at many theorists in media and decide what one I could either use, develop or challenge in my video. I eventually chose Todorow's theory of equilibriums, which I found extremely interesting. He believed that the piece should start in equilibrium, there's a disruption in the equilibrium which creates a disequilibrium, then there's an attempt to resolve the problem that caused the disequilibrium, and then there's another new equilibrium. I feel this fits my video perfectly, as it starts off as a happy couple with my two actors. There's a disruption in the equilibrium when they break up. My protagonist attempts to resolve the problem by trying to get over the woman that he loves, and in the end the problem is resolved as he moves away. Another theory I used in my music video was Roland Barthes's Enigma Code, and that is where you leave a sense of mystery in the video, because as you know in my music video, at the start we see my male character and he seems upset, he's in deep thought, and instantly you think why is this, what's happening, and you know something's happened, but it doesn't get revealed straight away. You have to kind of watch the video and get into it almost like the start of a film. This goes well in indie pop, as sometimes in many that I researched, sometimes they're quite deep and quite meaningful. The meaning behind the connotations of the video are quite deep, quite meaningful. So that's something I tried to reflect in my video. I also tried to use Goodwin's illustration and amplification theory in my video, as narrative in a sense is just the story that goes along with the words. So for example, when my male character leaves at the end, because the song is called Budapest and the lyrics you would assume are about someone going to Budapest, when my character leaves, instantly you'll think he's going to Budapest because the lyrics have been saying that throughout the entire song. So the story just gives the words some meaning and some substance, instead of my character sitting playing the guitar the whole video, as then you wouldn't really understand or kind of get the meaning of the words, because I wouldn't be able to express it by him playing the guitar. You have to look at his facial expressions, his body language, and that all helps tell the story that I'm trying to tell. Although I have used many of the conventions already seen in indie pop videos today, when it came to gender and representing gender, I almost certainly challenged society's view on women and men. This is because in my video you see the woman and the man, they break up, they go through troubles in their relationship, and it's a well-known stereotype in society that women in a breakup situation are more fragile. They take it worse. That it's harder for them to deal with than the manly man. So in my video, when my male character doesn't take the breakup well, and he kind of is in deep thought, he doesn't know what to do with himself, that is definitely going to challenge the stereotype and hegemonic views in society today that men are stronger and women are weaker. Whereas in my video, I have completely flipped that on its head. Whereas my woman is, she's stronger. She is the one that breaks up with the man, and she deals with it. She's fine. So with my man being weaker than the woman, that completely challenges the view in society today. The fact that my male character gets broken up with makes the audience feel a different type of way than they would if the female was broken up with, because in society and in music videos of the past, we've all seen, you know, millions of videos, not millions, a lot of videos that women are broken up with, and the women are the one being hurt. So if my audience would have seen that again, they would have thought, oh, just another, you know, another video, a woman gets heartbroken. But the way I've made it the man, it will make the audience, you know, feel a different type of way than they would if they see the video that they're going to see 1,000 times over. So I also tried to make the audience feel some sort of sympathy towards my male character with the costuming he was wearing. As you can see, like in my video, he's wearing a white t-shirt, which white has always been considered the colour of innocence and purity. And you know, his business scene was generally quite simple. You know, his costuming, which is quite simple, just shows how he's an easygoing, you know, free, carefree kind of guy. So for him to get his heart broken by this girl who, on the face of it, looks, you know, happy with him. You know, they had some great times together. For that to happen to him when he looks so innocent and he looks like, you know, he wouldn't even hurt a fly. You know, like it makes the audience feel different than they would if they see a video of a girl getting heartbroken, which is something we all see. Although in my music video, I did want to challenge some conventions of a indie pop music video. I believe that I didn't want to challenge too many, as I feel like it would alienate my audience. Jason Mittel's theory argues that media producers use familiar codes and conventions to sell the product to the audience. So that means for me that I didn't want to make my video too controversial or challenge too many conventions, as people wouldn't be used to seeing that in a video. So, for example, I challenged the gender, as I feel like a lot of videos nowadays empower women and, you know, disempower men, you know. But I feel like some aspects I couldn't challenge, so I used familiar conventions from successful videos, such as I researched Arctic Monkeys, you know, George Ezra. I researched them artists and used their conventions as, you know, their successful artists. So overall, I feel like I didn't challenge as many conventions as I maybe wanted to, as because I'm a producer, my main target is to make sure my video goes down well with my audience. And as Stuart Hall said in his reception theory, the audience can have the preferred, negotiated, or oppositional code. So if I challenge too many conventions, my audience are going to oppose that. They're going to say, no, wait a minute, that's not what I believe. So because I wanted my video to go down well with the audience, I didn't want to challenge too many conventions or make it too controversial, as I feel like that could alienate them.